The shiny treasure of ruin Pokemon, Wo-Chien, Qianhao, Chi-Yu, and Tinglu are now available in their shiny forms for the first time ever since the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And it all starts with Wo-Chien. The catch? You gotta defeat 1,000,000 of them. And I'm here to show you the easiest ways to take down this magnificent pile of leaves, either as a solo player, with a duo, or more. So during these time periods, each shiny treasure of ruin is going to appear in 5-star raids, with the ability to get a shiny one. However, you cannot directly catch the raid Wo-Chiens, instead with it instantly running away at the end of the battle. After the condition of 1,000,000 defeated globally is met though, it'll be distributed as an in-game gift. So you could just do your part and defeat one Wo-Chien, but what's the fun in that? As well, the rewards for defeating this raid are significantly high, so in my opinion, it is definitely worth the effort to take down as many as you can. Instantly, my eyes are drawn towards a decently high chance to get Herba Mystica, used in sandwiches for shinies, Pokemon sizes, whatever you need. 15% chance to get at least one Herba Mystica? Yes please. Ability capsules and ability patches are also very nice. Even at a 2% chance and a 1% chance respectively, these are great items to change your Pokemon's ability or to just sell for a bunch of money. Then there's a bunch of other random goodies, and of course, the base items you get every time, which is a lot of Grass Terra shards, some experience candies, and zinc for your Pokemon. As well, these rewards aren't reduced after taking down Wo-Chien for the first time, so you can do as many raids as you can, join your friends, join some random people through the online features, and collect as much as you can. This is well worth the opportunity to stock up. With a raid so spammable, it is a shame only one Wo-Chien raid will appear in your game per day, the only shiny Grass Terra Den on the map. But this is just an excuse to make some friends so you can do as many raids as possible. For the Wo-Chien itself, it's not the most difficult of raids to take down. Just maybe a little annoying if you're ill-prepared or if you overcomplicate things. Fast terrestrialization for these raids, and there is a moveset of Leaf Storm, Snarl, Pollen Puff, Dark Pulse, and Ruination. The last of which is maybe the most annoying of the moves if you get hit with this early on in the battle, but it's also not the end of the world. Wo-Chien's special attack stat isn't the craziest. The thing with these raids is how long as a solo player they take to defeat. With the ability Tablets of Ruin to lower your attack, Wo-Chien having a naturally high special defense stat, and Snarl to further lower your special attack, it slowly but surely takes your Pokemon down. But have no fear, because here are some of the best ways to defeat Wo-Chien in no time. First up, we'll talk about how to solo this Pokemon easily. Unfortunately, it's not one-shottable, but you can just spam the A button while you watch your favorite show, another one of my YouTube videos, and you can defeat it with no issues without any real planning, setup, or any thoughts involved. By far, the best Pokemon to use for these raids, and one of the easiest to build and raid with, is Slither Wing. If you're originally a Pokemon Violet gamer, you just have to make friends with someone who has Pokemon Scarlet and ask them really nicely to trade you one. Make it level 100, Adamant, and with the move Leech Life, and make sure to put it in the first move slot just to make your life a little easier. Bug terrestrialization, and for the item, you can do either Choice Band or Metronome, whatever you have on hand. Really, you just can't go wrong here. Max out the Slither Wing's attack with a bunch of proteins while you're at it. Once you get into the battle, spam Leech Life till you can terrestrialize, then Terra into the cutest Slither Wing, and spam Leech Life some more. Being a bug fighting type and then into a bug type, you resist Wo-Chien's moves, you keep healing yourself up with that Leech Life recovery, and you don't have to pay attention to what you're doing at all. You just keep clicking A until you enjoy those sweet, sweet rewards. This might take a minute or two, but it's really not that long. And it beats a lot of these, but set up here, set up this 3 times, then wait this, unless this happens strategies, because this is just consistent, and again, you just cannot go wrong. Plus, Slither Wing is so adorable, especially with its bug Terra, like look at this cutie patootie, amazing. So what about other Pokemon you can use? There is some Pokemon you can pick up if you really want to, but Slither Wing does just clear in my opinion. However, if you have your heart set on something else, or you can't get a Slither Wing, there is different Pokemon that can beat this raid, so let's go over a couple of them. Hearthflame Ogerpon is a popular one. with Ivy Cudgels that will start getting a good amount of damage done, and once you terastallize, doubly so. Skeleturge is another option for you Fuecoco lovers. I ran mine with Choice Specs for extra damage and Torch Song instead of Flamethrower to stack boosts before Wo-Chien resets them. And this way as well, Snarl isn't quite as impactful. With these two Pokemon, you are at risk of getting KO'd if you get hit with Ruination at the start, but unless your random NPC teammates are throwing, you'll most likely be fine and win the raid quite easily anyways with the amount of damage you've already stacked up. Now, how to get through these Wo-Chien quickly with the strategy that'll work for 2 or more people. The 2 Pokemon you will need is a Chi-Yu and a Ninetales. Very simple Pokemon. The first Pokemon, Chi-Yu, is going to be set up to knock out this Wo-Chien in a single hit with minimal setup and variance. For moves, you're going to put Nasty Plot to boost your special attack, Overheat as your one-shot move, and put Flamethrower on there just in case something goes wrong. To try and eliminate that stuff going wrong, we're going to run Wide Lens to make sure Overheat has the smallest possible chance of missing, putting it from 90% accuracy to 99%. Make it level 100, Modest Nature, max out that special attack, and your Chi-Yu is ready to go. For Ninetales, we're going with the Cantonian version, of course. And make sure to have the ability Drought. This is going to set up the sun for when you get into the raid, which will give a boost to your Chi-Yu's attack. Then, for moves, you'll need Fake Tears to drop the Wo-Chien special defense by 2. You can add Helping Hand if you want, again, in case something goes wrong, but you can also completely skip this step. Going into the raid, Ninetales will automatically set the sun. For the very first turn, your Ninetales will click Fake Tears, and Chi-Yu will click Nasty Plot. Turn 2, Ninetales will always click Fake Tears again. If Wo-Chien snarls, Chi-Yu will also Nasty Plot again, and then Overheat on turn 3. This will KO the Wo-Chien easy peasy. On rare occasions, Wo-Chien did shield before we got the Overheat if the NPCs did enough damage, but hopefully your NPCs are useless and don't damage the Wo-Chien enough into that range. Now, if Wo-Chien doesn't snarl, this just gets a lot easier. After Ninetales clicks the second Fake Tears, and you can see that on the left-hand side, go ahead and click Overheat right away. You do have to wait for that confirmation text to go through just in case, but then you're set. Without a snarl, 2 Fake Tears and 1 Nasty Plot is more than enough for this KO and to absolutely cook this Wo-Chien. For 3 to 4 players, you can just repeat this strategy with more players in the raid and have them chill doing nothing and just collecting free rewards. Or if you want to do this raid a little faster, you can have them bring literally any Pokemon with Fake Tears or Acid Spray, a move which lowers the special defense by 2. First turn, Nasty Plot Chi-Yu, while the Ninetales and whatever other Pokemon all select their special defense dropping moves. Turn 2, everyone else sit there. Do not lock anything in. Chi-Yu clicks Overheat and they instantly KO while everyone else just watches Chi-Yu do all the work. The fact this could be easily KO'd with a little button mashing as a solo player I think is absolutely amazing, which means you can even hop into someone else's raid and help out with no coordination. I even helped my mom take down this Wo-Chien. She brought her Garchomp. It put in work with the Swords Dance and Outrage, but Slither Wing, again, the carry of everything. And of course, not too much steps to be able to easily defeat these with 2 or more players. Again, globally, we need to defeat 1 million of these to get that shiny Wo-Chien in game. So get those raids in while you can. And even if this looks like a lock and you don't feel like you need to help, these rewards are so worth it that you should get as many raids done while you can. Raids will go up until August 3rd, so grab that Slither Wing or a Chi-Yu and a friend, or dare I say, 3 friends with Slither Wing and get to raiding. And let me know in the comments if there's any cracked Pokemon or combinations you found for these raids as well. I would love to hear what you've cooked up. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, happy raiding, and we'll see you next time.